To set up a speaker stand, first I recommend that you set everything up in the area that you're planning to leave the speaker. When the stands are folded up, they are the safest and the easiest to transport, but if you have the legs open, they get in the way and it's definitely a lot harder to carry around. Once you're in the spot where the speaker will be positioned, you'll want to unscrew this lower hand knob to loosen the legs so that they can open up into a tripod. The easiest way to get the legs to unfold is to hold the stand up off of the ground and push down on this collar. If you're having some kind of resistance and can't seem to move the collar down any more than where you're at, a really nice trick is to physically hold the bottom of the legs and just help them move in the direction that they will open up into. Of course, there are different types of speaker stands. Some stands have legs that turn sideways and some have legs that come out straight. The legs may move in different directions, but for the most part, they all function the same way. Every speaker stand will have 3 legs and will always open up with support bars in the center. At this point, I'll go ahead and just push the legs open until the support bars are about parallel to the floor. I personally feel like this spot has the most stable base for the stand, but depending on the terrain and environment, you may have to adjust the legs a little bit to accommodate. Once you have the legs open, secure it by tightening the hand knob in place, and it should have no problem standing on its own. Next, you'll want to connect your speaker to power, to your amplifier, or whatever you need to connect to before raising the bar. I would also recommend that you test your audio and volume before doing anything else. If you raise the bar before doing so, you'll be left in a pretty awkward situation. Once everything you need to do with the speaker at this level is done, you'll then need to carefully unscrew the hand knob that's holding down this upper collar and slowly raise the bar. This part of the setup can actually be very dangerous if you aren't being careful. Some new speaker stands will come with a mechanism or airlock to stop the bar from sliding back down once it's raised. But with older speaker stands, and the most common, there won't be any kind of airlock, so if you don't support the speaker, it'll slide down just as fast as it's raised. What I like to do is place my non-dominant hand on the top of the upper collar for support, and then I'll step onto the support bar down here for leverage. When you're moving the speaker upward, you'll need to pay a lot of attention to what you're doing and practice your timing. Once you've reached a height that works for you, tighten up the hand knob and use the locking pin for absolute security. If your stand does not have a locking pin, it should still be able to stay secure with just the hand knob and collar. This is the point where you can no longer adjust anything on the stand. Your stand should not be moved once it's fully set up like this, as you can risk a lot of dangerous and bad situations, such as tipping the entire thing over, scratching the floor of the venue, disconnecting any cables, or just getting hurt. If you want to adjust the volume or change anything up there, you should always lower down the speaker and then raise it up again for your own safety and for the safety of those around you. Other than that, your speaker is up and should be ready to go.